Hi guys, and welcome to Season 3 of the Squad Goals Career Mode series I'm doing with Aston Villa. The first two seasons are obviously available on my channel if you're new around here, but frankly you're only ever as good as your current episode. And with that in mind, Season 3 is going to be a little different to those gone by, as I'm going to try and have a bit more fun with the editing, as my play and FIFA's gameplay is prone to giving us a few gaffes to work with. I'm also aware that not many people are watching anyway, so why not have a bit of fun with it? Have something that's not quite as serious as some of the other stuff that I do. Anyway, without further ado, let's take a look at what the board expect from us this season. So from a financial perspective, they want us to finish with at least £26.4 million profit at the end of the first transfer window. On the domestic success side, they want us to finish mid-table and reach round 16 of the FA Cup. Could be difficult. Brand exposure, sign one crucial first team attacker and gain £39.6 million from shirt sales. They're kind of interconnected because tends to derive the shirt sales from the signings you make. So we'll see how we get on with that. Youth development, we need to sign one player to the youth academy and then promote them in the same year and make sure that they make 10 appearances. So that's going to be somebody that's actually quite good. We also need to sign a youth player for each position: goalkeeper, defender, midfielder and forward. I think goalkeeper and midfielder would be okay there, but defender and forward could be a bit more of a challenge. Okay, so having got all of that out of the way, let's move on into some training. So we get 5 slots obviously to try to help to improve our youth players. We're going to select Brewster in the first slot. We're going to go with Bastoni, I believe, for the second slot, in order to improve the young centre-back. He's now worth 5.5 million according to his valuation. We bought him for 3.75 if you remember from last season. In the third slot we've slotted in Timothy Weah. The fourth slot we're going for Ollie Brown, our goalkeeper. And then in the fifth and final slot we're going to select Bjorn Lundberg, one of the youth squad players. Moving on, we are going to have a look at the invites we've got for the pre-season tournament, and I'm tempted here to not go for the most value because I want to have a good test of the players and see if we can go a little further into the tournament this year round. So we're going to go to the tournament, the Champions Trophy in Holland, and there's a few teams there that are still exceptionally good teams to face off against, so it should be interesting. Our budget for this year, we've got £22 million to spend at this stage before we sell off any players, or if indeed we do sell off any players. But the first game of this episode and the first game of the pre-season tournament is against PSV. We are classified as the home team here, but I suspect this might be quite a challenge. Let's have a look at our lineup. There was no drop. We've got Henry, Bastoni, Oxford and El Mohammadi at the back, with Grealish, Pugh and Berge in the midfield. We have got Green, Weah and I believe that was Nelson on the wing. Okay, so the ball's out on the wing here to Green. He knocks it into the box, but the defender's good for that. Jack Grealish though, he blocked it, and then the opportunity arose for him to volley it, but he absolutely smashed it into Rose Ed. Attack here from PSV. El Mohammadi being caught out for pace, and it was an early shot really from PSV there, but we've managed to gather it up with the keeper. Green there unleashed, but unfortunately he was offside. Lovely lob through ball, but it was just offside. Timothy Weah there with a nice over the top type ball. Jack Grealish here with another of those lob through balls. He's found Green out on the wing. He cuts back, knocks it into Weah, who's on the edge of the box. Nice back heel to Grealish, who hit it first time, but the defender stopped him. Another lob through ball, this time to Nelson. He's managed to get clear of the defender and he knocks it into the box. Keeper's good for it, but Timothy Weah's there on the end of it, nods it home. 1-0 to Aston Villa, just ahead of half-time. Not the most spectacular goal you'll ever see, that one, but decent set-up play from Reiss Nelson out on the wing, and the keeper was pretty poor, to be honest, with that punch outwards as it come to Timothy Weah. He just stuck his head on it and knocked it into a free net. Still had to get it up over that defender. Could have quite easily have deflected off of him. I think he actually ducked though, to be fair. So that gets our campaign off to a decent start in this pre-season tournament against PSV, and just before the end of half-time here, it's another decent strike on goal there from John McGinn. Moving out to the second half, and PSV have managed to get in behind, and El Mohammadi and Horn there just scrambling the ball out over the top. Pugh's knocked the ball down the line to Nelson. It's well clear of the defender again, and knocks it into the box where Green's waiting for the header. Becoming a bit formulaic, isn't it, that wing play into the box for a header. Nelson here managed to get well clear of the defender. Easy cross into the box, and both Timothy Weah and Andre Green were in there, but it's Green who managed to get his head on it and directed it past the goalkeeper. Up there from the sideline, and it's 2-0 to us in the end there. We take the victory. Nelson was exceptional in that game and accrued 7 points for his tally towards the player of the episode. As we move on out to a bit of training, we've decided to have a bit of a shake-up here and change a few of the players around. So we've got rid of Weah and put Lacroix in that slot instead. And with no further ado, we're straight out to the second game of the episode. We're facing off against Fiorentina, who are now classed as the home team, and us as the away team in this one. Once again, no drop for the graphics. So Fagnerman left back, Ampadu, Chester in the middle, Brie out the right side, Maitland-Niles, Dozzell and Santoro in midfield, with Tavernier, Brewster, and man of the match last time around, Nelson is up front. Santoro there out on the wing, knocks it into the box. Oh yes! Marcus Tavernier with a fantastic leap and header. Santoro there just jinking around with the ball and knocks a fabulous ball into the box where Marcus Tavernier had got ahead of his defender and gets a head on it. Fantastic leap there. Look at how high he got. Rose like a salmon. Fiorentina though with the ball on the edge of the box here. Playing it around nicely. Got it inside. Oh, that was nearly disastrous there as our goalkeeper got took out. And Santoro with an absolute bullet of a shot there from about 30 yards out. Just comes across to him and he just decides to absolutely lace it. Keeper has to push it away over the bar. Fagnerman on the overlap. And Brewster there with the header towards the near post. Just can't direct it into the top corner. Marcus Tavernier here found some space out on the wing. Jinks inside, found some space, hits it into the top left-hand corner at the near post. That's the second goal for the youngster. He's totally lit this game up, Marcus Tavernier. As we move out to the replay, we see him just absolutely do the defender. Cuts back inside and absolutely smashes it into the top left-hand corner. I think the keeper there trying to do his best impression of a windmill. we've rather given that ball away there, lost possession, and some really terrible defending going on there, as we just can't get hold of the ball. And that's the first goal that we've conceded in this tournament so far against Fiorentina. We're 2-1 now in this game. Oh, yeah, some abysmal defending going on there. But the striker did everything he needed to smash it past our goalkeeper. Time added on here. 3 minutes of added time, should I say, and Brewster comes close once more. Keeper did make the save, so it'll be a corner. Have a look at the clock in the left-hand corner. Brewster with another effort, finesse shot, and we're still going. We're going to get this corner, I believe, through the legs of the defender there as the keeper has to make the save. Santoro putting the ball into the box towards Ampadu, doesn't quite get there. Referee still isn't blowing. Yep, 3 minutes added on that was supposed to be. I don't know what stopwatch he was working with. Oh, there we go. We've found out whose stopwatch he was using as we move into the second half. Wagnerman allowing the player to get a great ball into the box, and he's mixed our goalkeeper. Veretout there with a great strike at the near post. Yeah, the keeper should have done better there, and sliding in Ampadu just misses out as well. He could have quite as easily have got that out of play. The ball out here to Marcus Tavernier on the wing. He knocks it into the box. Just unlucky there from Nelson with the header. Around nicely on the edge of the box here. Can't really get the ball away from Fiorentina, and it's a great strike that Horns had to pull out from almost in the top corner. Ooh, keeper there, having to drag that one away from the line. So it's 2-2 in this game against Fiorentina. Not a bad result in the grand scheme of things. Quite happy with that one to keep our momentum going in this tournament. And as we can see, Tavernier got a 9.6 in that game, taking his tally in this game to 12, and also putting him at the lead of the episode with 12. Nelson's on 9, Weyer on 5, Dosler on 5, and Horn on 5. So we've got a transfer offer here in for Matteo Casardi, the young goalkeeper that we promoted last season to the main squad. And we've also got an offer in for Robert Horn. Let's look at the Casardi one to start with. So we've got offered £1 million for him, well, 1,050,000. As usual, we're going to go to the negotiation table and see if we can get any more out of this deal. We're going to propose a couple of extra 100,000 and a 10% sell-on clause. And they're clearly not happy with us there. And we've been offered 17.8 million for Robert Horn by FC Porto. Now, clearly I don't want to sell the keeper. He's our frontline keeper, and there's no way I'm going to sell him off. Okay, so scout report from Alfie Rose, who's out in Italy. We've got Federico Rossi there, no good. Mariano, again, not up to scratch. Another Santoro. We don't want another Santoro in the team, do we? Marco Bruno. We'll keep him on the watch list, I think. And also Andrea Conti. He's worth £450,000 at this stage and has an overall of between 52 and 70. And decent potential as well. So we're going to sign him up straight away and try to get some training in with him. Moving out to Lewis Fraser, who's located in Germany. See if he's got picked up any gems whilst he's out there. I suspect it will be a case of rejecting quite a few of these players and leaving the rest to have a look at as the future unfolds. Okay, so we're moving out to the third game of the episode, and we're facing off against Galatasaray. We are classed as the home team. We have got Henry at left back, Bastoni and Oxford in the centre, El Mohamed is playing at right back, Berge, Pugh and Grealish are in midfield, Tavernier and Green on the wings, with Weah playing as the striker. Grealish there with a fantastic through ball, having found Green. He's waited with the ball chipped in. Oh, that is an absolutely stunning goal there at the near post from Timothy Weah. It's a lovely little chip-up ball from Green to find Weah in the first place, but how the hell did he get that past the keeper? Yep, flying out the keeper was, and didn't quite make it, with Weah getting his toe on it before he got there. Free kick here to Galatasaray. It hasn't panned out as they expected, as a lob through ball there gets through to Grealish, who hits it first time, and it's a great effort but straight at the keeper. Galatasaray on the ball here. Nice jinking run from their player, and he's blazed it over the bar. So it's another result for us, another victory, 1-0 to Aston Villa against Galatasaray as we shake the hand of their manager. Timothy Weah got man of the match there, collected 8 points for the game, with Henry on 5 and Green on 5. That means this episode's top players are now Weah with 13, Tavernier with 12 and Green with 11. As we move out to some more training, Brewster, Bastoni, Lacroix, Brown and Lundberg currently in the slots, but we're having a look at Brewster. Seeing what potentially we could change there to maybe increase his statistics. What I tend to do with these younger players is try to improve the areas of the game that perhaps they wouldn't ordinarily improve. So as a striker, you would probably try to improve his defending, his passing, his dribbling would be probably last on that list of the 3 that I might go for. Lundberg there going up by 1 overall to 65 now. As we get a transfer offer in here for Nua Dicko, again a player that we've kind of had reasonable success with throughout the first couple of seasons, especially more so in the Championship. Didn't really set it alight in the Premier League as such, but I'd be happy to let him go if we can get the kind of money that we think is acceptable for him. But their agent here is only offering us 2.1 million. I know we didn't pay a great deal for Dicko. In fact, it was less than that, quite a bit less than that. But as a squad player, I don't see the reason in getting rid of somebody for 2 million. I'm not really going to replace him with anybody exceptional at this stage. And we get an offer in now for Jonathan Codger from Bristol. They've offered us 4.95 million. His current valuation is supposed to be 5.5 million, and we're going to change our proposal to 5.25, of which they've accepted. Unfortunately, I didn't really want to get rid of one of the core players, but unfortunately he's not really done it last season. He doesn't really fit with that sort of more attacking type of formation that we've been playing, 4-3-3. So I think it's time perhaps to move him on and go from there. As we move into this next game of the episode, we're going to face off against Feyenoord, having got through to the group stages of the tournament. They've got through the group stages of the tournament, should I say. And our starting 11 for this game is Horn in goal, Bree at right back, and Pardew and Bastoni in the middle, with Henry at left. We've got McGinn, Santoro and Maitland-Niles in the middle, with Holm, Weah and Reece Nelson out on the right hand side. Fortunately there we've got caught offside with Nelson. Holm here on the wing, holds the play up. waits for the defender to go on running, and Bastoni's knocked a lovely lob through ball through towards Rico Henry. Rico Henry waits, gets it into the box. Magnificent from Timothy Weah. Look at that, what the hell, it looks like a roundhouse header. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it in my life. Don't know what the FIFA physics there are playing up, but we'll take the goal nonetheless. Roundhouse header. Odd, but we'll take the goal. Feyenoord there getting in with a fantastic effort. Ball put into the box and fell straight to the feet of the attacker, who knocked it low past the goalkeeper. So we're 1-1 now against Feyenoord. It's Pardew, I think, who loses his man in the middle there, yeah. I think there's a bit of a mix-up between him and maybe Maitland-Niles as to who's going to take that player out. It's Feyenoord here once again with the attack, knock it into the side netting. And it's another goal for Feyenoord. We're now 2-1 down in this tie. So with 66 minutes gone, we are now 2-1 down against Feyenoord, and the momentum swing towards Feyenoord has really played into their favour. Rico Henry there just couldn't quite get there ahead of the defender, ahead of the striker, sorry. And yeah, we're 2-1 down and chasing the game. Feyenoord once again with the attack. We've missed that player with Santoro, and luckily that one's blazed up over the bar. And our controller batteries, as usual during an episode, have decided to die on us. And that was the end of that game. Unfortunately, we have lost to Feyenoord, so we are out of the pre-season tournament. I think it's been relatively successful though for a pre-season tournament. Henry in that episode got man of the match and scored 8 points, Whale with 4. And that means that this episode's top players are Whale with 17, who will get the extra training slots, Henry with 14, Tavernier with 12 and Green with 11. As we just round out there, having a quick look at how the tournament finished. And that brings this episode to a conclusion. Timothy Weah gets player of the episode and will receive the training in the first part of the next episode. He'll get 5 training slots to hopefully improve the young striker. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel for more FIFA 2019 content.